This is Superintendent Justin Dahlheimer coming to you to discuss safety as it relates to our upcoming ballot questions and referendum on November 7th. Safety was the number one goal that we looked to accomplish in our facilities planning design that we presented to our community in multiple meetings to discuss the purpose for these ballot questions and the projects included. When we look at our site, which is right here on the slide I'm showing you, you can see multiple things that are contributing to issues that we'd like to manage better in the future and issues that we'd like to get our hands around to resolve what looks like increasingly unsafe environments for our students to be in. The major issue that drives a lot of the concerns our administrators and community and parents have are traffic generating spaces are located in areas that don't cater well from our entrances and our parking. This mismatch in this generation of traffic creates a lot of congestion and misuse of entrances that would require in the future more control, more personnel to monitor, and generally more administrative concern. And the congestion that's rising on these two roads from a traffic standpoint on the east side of our building and from a student standpoint on the west side of our building is also contributing to some of the issues we'd like to remedy in the design. One of the issues has been so paramount that we actually changed our pickup and drop off going into this year because of the amount of interactions we were having negatively on this road with the traffic, the queuing of cars, and the unsafe environment for pedestrians crossing this road, specifically during pickup and drop off. So we did make a change this year, but that involved us giving up 25 parking spaces when we have already under the amount of parking spaces we need to handle the traffic that we generate on a daily basis. And it's good that we generate all that traffic, but it's hard when it's at the conflict with the residences nearby and the amount of cars that we have to park on these side streets. So just in sum, parking has been one of the main concerns. And as you can see in this picture, there's a lot of cars parked in areas that we wouldn't like them parking. Ideally, we'd be parking on our own parking lot. And as you can see, we've had complaints at City Hall from surrounding property owners. We've had planning efforts in place to try to make this better, but ultimately it's our site design that needs look at in order to make it better for the long-term future. And here's some pictures that show examples of students parking in areas they shouldn't be, people parking in areas they shouldn't be that interfere with crosswalks. And then when we get to the west side of our building, we have an overflowing fitness area at times during the school year in the summer where students are trying to do exercises they need to be able to do to support the strength work they're doing for their Phi-Ed courses as well as their team and activities. And they can't get that done in a safe manner, so they end up going outside. So here's what a normal day looks like for those in our morning lifting class. As you can see, there's many kids using many different areas, and they're all essentially on top of each other trying to do exercises that they'd like to get through efficiently. But in order to even speed things up so we can keep kids interested and moving and do the workouts the way they're designed, we have been seeing kids out on our road utilizing that. And that is not the ideal space for us to be doing these exercises, so we would like to find a way to contain that on our property to mitigate any potential issues with traffic and surrounding property owners. So I want to take you to our website and just go over this design that we've put forth so you can see the improvements that our upcoming ballot questions address. So as we scroll down on our website to see the design, you'll notice that one of the key features is getting more parking on our spot. And 130 more spots are slated to go potentially on this portion that is now currently our old bus garage that has been demoed and 2 old tennis courts that would be removed. And that would allow us to park a lot more cars in an area where they would be going to things that coincide with why they would be parking there, as opposed to parking in the streets and coming in any entrance they can in order to get to either the auditorium or the gyms. Now, as you can see, the auditorium would be moved from the location it is here to the south end, which is proximal to that parking lot, and the gym that's attached to our auditorium would be rebuilt on the very south end, right next to where that parking lot is, which would route the majority of our event traffic into an area of our building through one entrance that could be controlled, monitored, and segregated from our classroom spaces. This is incredibly important with all the rising concerns that we have